Sims Nation, welcome to another edition of the Positively Pat Sims Show, where this morning we are going to be previewing and predicting the next WWE PLE, which will be taking place tomorrow, and that is Clash in Italy. I want to say, first off, a good morning and welcome to all of our listeners who are tuning in live right now on WANT Radio. Welcome. If you guys don't know, WANT Radio, that's where if you want it, we got it, including talk shows like this. We've got music, comedy, anything and everything that you can tune into 24/7 at WANTradio.com or via Live 365. And for those of you joining us here on YouTube, welcome. Make yourself known in the live chat. Say hello and play along with us here tomorrow. Play along with us here this morning as we preview and predict this year's 2026 Clash in Italy. Now, joining me today, first of all, I have my co-host here. He is the soon-to-be 18. The countdown has begun. He graduates from high school next Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you, ladies, the one and only Seth Sims. Yep, that's how you win them over right there. That's what they're looking for.
Yep.
All right.
100%.
And all right, and next up, we have my dear close personal friend, who is my favorite cosplayer. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one and only Ashton Harris. Good morning, Ashton.
Good morning, Pat. Good morning, Sims Nation. How y'all doing today? Man, it's been a minute since I've been on the show, so I'm glad to be back for Clash in Italy pre-show.
It's always good to have you on here, brother. And our next guest is a DDPY legend. He outworks everybody, and he brags about it constantly. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the king of being live, the one and only George Fenmore.
We got it. I've had everybody looking forward to today's wrestling. Let's do it.
All right. And last but not least, he is the prognosticator of prognosticators. No, I'm not talking about Puxatawny Phil. I'm talking about WANT and the Positively Pat Sims' own Benny the Jet Scala. Good morning, Benny.
Good morning, everybody. And I can tell you that it's been 10,080 minutes since I've been on the show, which was last Saturday.
That's good to know. That is prime information right there. The only kind of information that you can get right here on the Positively Pat Sims show. So again, everybody, make yourselves known in the live chat because this is an interactive show. We want to hear from you. We want to know what your thoughts are on these matches that we've got for Clash in Italy, and we also want to know what your predictions are for these matches. I have my notes ready to go, and I have a special little surprise for my guests today that I did not let them know about because
Totally didn't tell us.
I think I let you and Ashton know beforehand.
Oh, okay.
But you ruined the shock value. You could have just faked it.
I thought you were like being sarcastic.
You could have just been like, like pretended. And make that face too. So let me try that again. I have a surprise for all of my guests this morning. No way. You look like you're about to eat the mic. Oh my goodness. All right.
Unsponsored red drink.
PG, folks.
All right. So let's get going here. First, I got some questions for each of our guests this morning. So the first one is going to go to Benny. Benny the Jet. I want to know, what are your feelings? What are your thoughts about this 5-match card for tomorrow's event?
Actually, now a scale of 1 to what? 1 to 10, 1 to 5?
Yeah, 1 to 10.
I'm going to give it right now an 8.75. It really has kind of intrigued me. And I mean, only 5 matches, but 5 really good quality matches.
Right. 4 title matches.
Right.
And 1 monster matchup. So yeah, I'm myself. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be. It has the potential, as we say on paper. It looks like a really, really fun show. George, same question. How are you feeling about this card?
I'm really looking forward to it. If I had to give it a number, I would be right around where Benny did, and I'm 8.8, 8.9. It looks really, really, really good.
All right, that looks good. Looks good, and I like that WWE has taken these 3-hour pay-per-views that used to be just stacked. Like you go back to the Attitude Era, and you'd have like 10 matches on the card, and each match would get like 5 minutes, except for the main event. And now with 5, yeah, you got less talent on the card, but the talent that's on the card gets more time, right? So each match gets more time to tell their story. Ashton, how about you? What do you think?
I'm really looking forward to this to this card. I think I would give it about an 8.5 as well. You know, somewhere around there. There's I'm looking forward to the Brock Lesnar versus Oba. Femi, so.
Oh, after WrestleMania, yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And we'll get to that one for sure. Now, the next question, Ashley, I'm just going to stay with you. Right. From a character and presentation standpoint, who do you think has the most pressure on him going into tomorrow's Clash in Italy?
I think it would be a tie between Oba Femi and Jacob Fatu.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, Jacob has been killing it.
Yeah.
Everything he has done, I have enjoyed. And it's it makes sense with the character.
Yeah.
Right? And Oba, what he did with Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
When he's
Tell
like,
Brock, I'm here to kill him this time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, I would not want a guy that big saying something like that. In the live chat, welcome. I don't know how to pronounce that, but welcome. Agedcar.
It's Aged Car.
Aged Car. Oh, I thought it was a name. I don't like butchering people's name. All right, Aged Car.
Unless it is an actual name. But
are you excited
for
AAA Noche de los Grandes Mask versus Mask, which is tonight? So how about that? Let's answer that question for Aged Car. Benny,
that's right. That is tonight.
Benny, let's start with you. Are you up to speed on AAA, or is that something that you are excited for? The Mask versus Mask. No,
I don't know anything about it. No, I do know that that Dominic is defending his title. That's about all I know.
Yeah, and we should have the El Grande Americanos facing off tonight, which I don't know. Here's a real question: is that a match that should be on AAA, or is that a match that you thought would have been on a bigger stage, like a SummerSlam or something like that?
Yeah.
You think so, Benny?
Yeah, I think you could even throw it on tonight's card. Although, with 5 matches, like you said, that's a very good point. It's quality over quantity. And, yeah, it's only 5 matches, but you can get 5 solid 15 to 20-minute matches, which are going to tell a way better story than, that 2-minute story that Becky and Saul Ruka told at Saturday night's main event. You need that time.
Right. Well, at least Becky and Saul had a purpose for it being that short. Right, because it built to this, which the first one was a non-title match. So you knew, as we like to say on this show, there was shenanigans of play. George, how about you? What do you think about tonight's AAA and is Grande versus Grande a AAA match, or is that? I mean, the Grande Americano's big in AAA, and has gotten over probably way more than he would have here. But what do you think? What are your thoughts on it?
I wasn't sure if I was gonna watch it or not because I haven't really been keeping up. Although I know the storyline for Grande versus El Grande because of Raw. You know, they're on Raw too. So I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. I guess to see how busy I am later. But do I think it should have been on a larger scale, like on like an actual regular WWE one? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do I think they're also doing stuff over there? Yeah, that's great and wonderful. You can just carry the story from Raw to there to Raw instead of. But I don't know.
And I'm not sure, like, because I don't follow AAA nearly as much. I do follow, like, Dominic and what he's doing there. I follow the Grande Americano stuff over there. But the thing is I'm not invested in AAA the same way. And the only thing I'd be interested to know is if WWE production has kind of stepped in a little bit with AAA. And because let's be honest, you guys, you don't have to watch Raw and SmackDown every week. You can tune into a PLE, and they will fill you in on everything that's happened with those video packages that they do, which are top-notch. So it's like, but with AAA, is it the same thing? Can I tune into a AAA event like that and not be completely and utterly confused? What do you think, George? Do you think that that's possible?
Probably. Because I mean, they took over that the whole company, right?
Right.
As far as but WWE has stopped doing them even on their regular shows lately. Everyone in certain matches will get them,
Right.
and it's just and then you sit through 20 minutes of commercials from after each match.
Come on now. Saturday night's main event actually wasn't that bad, which kind of tells me.
That was on Peacock.
I know,
ESPN.
but that's what I'm saying. That kind of tells me that for all the people that are all ticked off at WWE, I think a lot of that is Disney and ESPN who are saying, "Look, you're going to be on here. We definitely want our money's worth. So we're going to be airing the same 5 ads over." I saw that freaking Harrison Ford Scotch commercial, and I don't drink. But I saw that so many times. I was actually like, fine, just give me a freaking bottle. Like, just go away.
Either I'm having a stroke or I can't read what this person's trying to tell me.
Oh, I think you're having a stroke.
Because Ezek Delgado says, "Hey, Pat Sims special guest Seth Sims. I went to school yesterday morning and to watch movie and gym upstairs yesterday morning and happened to Sofia Gonzalez from Kennedy High School. She is mad."
Wow. Seth, you bring out the best in people.
I don't know what you mean.
Mr. Delgado, explain yourself, sir. I think.
Yeah, maybe he had a stroke.
Yeah, in the middle of writing it.
Someone had a stroke.
Can you feel the left side of your face? Mr. Delgado. Wow.
I don't know who Sofia Gonzalez is.
People want to know, like, why do you love doing your show so much? You have the answer right there. All right.
What'd be funny is if there's actually someone I know, because we did go to the gym yesterday to watch this whole thing our school made, and it was.
Do they know you're on the air today?
My friends?
Yeah.
I tell them every time.
Well, then maybe.
I don't know.
If you are Seth's friend, just say so.
Yeah, I don't know.
And now I have to worry about our public education system.
Yeah, some remedial English is definitely in order there.
Ashton, let's wrap up this AAA discussion with you while we wait for Mr. Delgado. Ashton, what are your thoughts on this whole thing with AAA and Grande Americano?
I think it's good on on AAA.
Yeah.
They are focused on the Lucha Libre, and hopefully they can start crossing more over to Raw, so that can get people to go watch more Lucha Libre matches, because those matches are actually so good. They're all high flyers.
Yeah. Now I have a feeling WWE will at least get them on like your bigger cards. So like I think if AAA if they want it to be successful, I think you'll have at least a AAA match or something like that. Like Dominic will defend his title at SummerSlam. You'll have AAA guys making appearances in the Royal Rumble. I think that's kind of going to be what that tends to be how WWE does things.
Absolutely. That sounds about right.
Yeah. So, all right, let's keep moving here. So I'm going to keep track of your guys' predictions as we go along. And then, like I said, we have a really big surprise. There it is.
What could it possibly be?
Chris Hall's turning into Master. What was it? Grandmaster Solace. He's retracting messages.
I read them before he retracted them.
AAA will be used as
Don't
Lucha
ask me what he said, though.
developmental,
I did not remember.
All right, here we go.
Cool.
So the first match we're going to be talking about here is going to be Cody Rhodes versus Gunther for the undisputed WWE Championship. Can we just call it the WWE Championship?
I know, right?
Why is it undisputed at this point? Like, because I get it when
it's not universal.
Right. Like, I get it, though, when titles are split apart and then they're brought together. Like they did that with when, Triple H had the World Heavyweight Championship and the WWE Championship, and then they created the undisputed title. All right, which they did here, but now they've created another World Heavyweight Championship. So is he really undisputed? Just make it WWE.
Right.
That's my thought, and I'm sticking to it.
Or they can just do SmackDown heavyweight champion and Raw heavyweight champion.
Wow, you don't want to make too much sense.
I know, right?
This is arguably the most big fight field match on the card. Cody Rhodes walks into Italy as undisputed WWE champion, but Gunther is not just another challenger. Gunther, his whole character is built around dominance, discipline, cruelty, and the idea that he breaks people physically and mentally. Last night on SmackDown, Cody and Gunther had an intense face-to-face confrontation, and WWE's official recap emphasized that the two traded personal attacks before their title fight, and cage side seats noted that Gunther promised to choke Cody out and win the championship. Now, to me, this match is fascinating because Cody is the heart and soul champion. All right, he represents perseverance, his family's legacy, and the idea that the good guy can still carry the company. Gunther is the total opposite. He doesn't care about emotion, doesn't care about the story. He cares about power, punishment, and proving that wrestling belongs to him. So the question is, can Cody survive Gunther, or is this match where the fairy tale ends for Cody Rhodes? So, Benny, let's start with you. I want to get your thoughts on this story, this matchup. What are you expecting from it? And then I want to hear what your prediction is as well.
Sure. And to answer your previous question about who has the most pressure on them,
yeah,
I would say Sol Ruka does by far, because everybody else, to me, very easily, very clearly belongs there. Sol is trying to prove that she belongs there. So I think if anybody has the pressure on her, it's her.
All right.
As far as the match, I think it's going to be like a match of the year candidate. These are two of the best. I hope, and we, as we talked about earlier, with only 5 matches, you can give this match a 25 minutes. It's not, you don't have to rush it. And I mean, what a story these guys could tell in 20 minutes. To me, Cody is the franchise, the cash cow, whatever you want to call him. And to me, what I see Cody winning. And the reason why I see Cody winning is you have a very possibly returning Randy Orton. Mm-hmm. You have a very possibly returning Drew McIntyre, and you have a newly turned heel, Sami Zayn. You have 3 challengers all lined up for Cody Rhodes. So you got storylines going for the next several months. As far as Gunther, now Gunther's going to suffer a very rare loss, and I don't know if it's going to be shenanigans or not. I tend to think that Randy Orton's somehow going to interject himself in the match, and actually help Cody. because he wants Cody all for himself. But in my mind, Gunther is still headed on a direct course to SummerSlam, and this is going to bleed into another prediction where he is going to retire Brock Lesnar.
Okay. All righty. So we got Cody Rhodes for Benny. George, what are your thoughts here?
I've been giving it some thought, like all last night. Oh, by the way, that promo last night, it was chef's kiss. It was really good. They were heated back and forth. It was really good. I think I'm gonna have to agree with Benny and go with Cody here. Although honestly, what I think is probably gonna happen if Orton does come back tonight, he's probably just gonna attack Cody mid-match and cause Gunther to mad and not care. But yeah. So that's where I'm going with that.
All right. So you're picking Cody then. So
Yes, sir.
far, we got Cody across the board. Ashton, what are your thoughts on this one?
So this match, you said earlier that Gunther takes personal shots and he's good at trying to get into your head,
Right.
Emotionally and whatnot. I think it's flipped because Cody has actually been messing with Gunther's head a lot. So you've seen Gunther a lot more emotional lately when he's been having his clashes back and forth with Cody leading up to this. So that might play a little a part in. Well, no, that is going to play a part in this match for sure. Cody just has that never quit attitude right now, so he's going to keep going and going and going. I would like for Gunther to win.
Okay.
I would like for Gunther to win. That can take. He can be like a for right now champ. Like, hey, we need to give Cody either a break or revamp his story just a little bit,
Right.
to have him chasing something else. But Gunther can have the title right now. But much like Benny said, man, Cody is the franchise right now. So I think Cody's he's going to walk away with the title.
All right. So you're going with Cody as well. You kind of had that. The heart says Gunther a little bit, but the brain's telling you that Cody's walking away. Eric Porter in the live chat says that he thinks Gunther's going to win. He'll either win via DQ or he'll take the belt. But either way, he thinks Gunther's going to win it. Says that WWE needs to spice up SmackDown because he doesn't think SmackDown's all that great. I think that SmackDown needs help, not so much from the title picture, though. I don't think shaking up the title picture is what's going to help SmackDown.
Hey, I think that's true.
I think getting rid of segments like the Gingerbread Man stuff is what's going to help SmackDown.
We need the Gingerbread Man.
Because really, when you look, and a lot of people do this, they react to a show not living up to expectations or not being up to par, and they think that it all, you need to change something at the top. Because the truth is, it all starts at the top. But I would say that you need to get the entire show has to be good from top to bottom. And one of the reasons the Attitude Era got so popular, and one of the Vince Russo's strengths, was getting everybody involved. Now, did they all have great segments and stuff? No. Looking back, Me Choppy Yo Pee Pee was not a great segment. But the shows had a nice flow to them because everybody got a chance to shine in some way, shape, or form.
That's true.
SmackDown needs to get off YouTube and cable. SmackDown needs a cheap Peacock Netflix platform. At this point, you'd think at some point WWE is going to have to get off cable. At some time, SmackDown's going to have to switch. And because SmackDown is on an NBC property with USA Network, it wouldn't be that hard to imagine Peacock being a home for SmackDown for the time being. But they're getting paid a lot of money by Universal to air their programming on USA. So it's not going to go anywhere until that contract expires.
Yep.
Bless
TKO
you.
loves their money.
Yeah. As any company should. I want to make that clear.
Every company should
Yeah.
love their money.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
but
just there's certain ways about getting it that can be the problem. All right, Seth, I want to get your thoughts on Cody Rhodes versus Gunther. What do you got for me?
I think it has to be Cody.
It just no question.
Yeah.
All right, so Seth is going with Cody. All right, well let me.
You want to know why?
Yes, I do want because it's Cody Rhodes.
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, I want to know why. I thought you just stopped because I thought we were moving on. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a serious answer and a funny answer. The funny answer is because he's not Gunther.
Got it. All
The
right.
serious answer.
Serious answer. Yes.
The serious answer is because Cody is like the centerpiece of champions,
Right.
and we kind of need to keep him. And also because if we do this, it keeps open future title programs.
Okay. And yeah, like we said before, it's like you've got all of these great heels that can chase Cody. And there is, yes, we say the money's in the chase, but if you have a strong champion, the heels chasing after the babyface can be highly entertaining if done properly. And there's a lot of good heels that are on the horizon for Cody Rhodes, which could work again. If you really thought about it, you could give Gunther the title.
Yeah.
But in order for Cody to chase Gunther, now he's got to get through the laundry list of heels that are in his way,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's got to get through Randy Orton. He's got to get through Drew McIntyre so that he can get the title back from Gunther to set up what we teased the night after WrestleMania, which would be Cody versus Punk. Because
Right. Absolutely.
that's a match I want to see from Cody. And after let's be honest, two subpar WrestleManias for Cody Rhodes. The John Cena match was not good.
I forgot all about that.
The Randy Orton match would have been so much better if it had just been the teacher versus student, that kind of thing, to respect and that. Instead, they went the same route. They turned Randy and they brought in, what's his face, Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
And it just didn't work. So, but
Pat
Cody,
in for nothing.
to give Cody some credit, after WrestleMania, he always has a good follow through, right? And John Cena versus Cody at SummerSlam was the WrestleMania match we all wanted in the first place. So, let me get you to my prediction here. All right, Gunther is believable enough to win, and that is what makes the match compelling. But Cody retaining feels like the safer story choice at the moment. Gunther does not need the title to remain a dangerous opponent for anyone. Cody, meanwhile, still feels like WWE's, as Seth said, his central champion and could have bigger summer programs ahead. WWE's own prediction article also leaned toward Cody retaining, noting that possible outside interference and future challengers could complicate the finish. So my pick is Cody Rhodes. And I even put on here that he'll most likely survive a sleeper. And it will take multiple crossroads, I think, to end this one.
Yeah.
What if it only takes one?
There'll be a shocker.
Yeah.
I don't think
it
want this to be
very
a shocker.
rarely ever takes one.
I don't think Gunther ever just goes down from one finisher.
Right. All right. Guys, it's time for something a little bit different here. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, in between matches, for pointless trivia. Play
go.
along in the live chat if you want. But before we get to the next match on the card, I've got one trivia question for each person and one for specifically you guys in the live chat. So play along with us. So first, we're going to go to Benny. Benny, your first trivia question is, what color is traditionally associated with the Tour de France leader's jersey? Multiple choice here. Is it red, yellow, green, or blue?
Really? Me like Miz, really? You know what? I have no idea. I'm going to guess B, yellow.
Well, your guesses are always frickin' right, so you are correct.
All right.
Well done, Benny. All right, moving on. Mr. George Fenmore, true or false? A shrimp's heart is located in its head.
I have no idea. I'm gonna guess. True.
Your guess is also correct. Welcome
Nice.
to Pointless Trivia. All right, moving on. Mr. Ashton Harris, you get the Disney question. In Beauty and the Beast, what is the name of Belle's father? Is it Maurice, Gaston, Philippe, or Lumiere?
Oh, it's Maurice.
That is correct. And that did not sound like a guess.
Yeah, I know my Disney.
That's all right. Now we're actually going to ask. Hold on, I gotta find. Here we go. Now this question, before we get to Seth, is for the live chat. So live chat, answer: what planet is known as the red planet? Drop your answer in the live chat. I'm gonna give you 10 seconds
I'm gonna be honest.
to think about it.
I didn't know Cody Rhodes' name was also Cody Rahim until someone said it, and I had to look it up.
Oh, Cody Raheem Rhodes? Yeah, man.
All right, that gong means your time is up, live chat. And yes, the answer is the M one, as my wife says, Mars.
No, it's Mupiner.
Chris Hall
Well,
says
there's a
Raheem.
Mercury.
Mirth.
Raheem was a joke a while ago. I don't think that's his real name.
No,
Yeah,
but like
it's
it's
not.
Yeah.
like they call him Cody Rahim Rhodes or something.
Yeah. All right, Seth.
I didn't know that until someone said that, and I'm like, what?
All right, Seth. Here's your question. I told you these were related to you. All right.
Oh,
You ready?
okay.
True or false? In the United States, turning 18 legally makes you an adult.
Partially true. Not exactly. You gotta wait till you're 21.
Legally, it's true.
Yeah.
All right, but mentally, it is what it is. All right.
That's questionable.
Yeah, that's questionable for
There's no
sure.
cap on that one.
All right, guys. So that was our special pointless trivia, which we have
I
5
can't
rounds
wait
of.
for the next round.
Yeah.
Let's get through these quick. I
And
want to
remember,
do more.
you have a specific theme with yours. All right.
Becoming not a minor.
Actually, both. To vote and drive yes. To buy alcohol and cigarettes you can.
Yeah, cigarettes you can.
18. When did they change that? Well, somebody look it up, because the last I heard it was 18.
I got it.
I mean, that's not exactly what this show's about, but I want to know, darn it. I know alcohol is 21 for sure. If they changed it from 18 to 21, you know how many people had to now buy cigarettes illegally? We already had people under 18 buying them illegally anyway.
Cigarettes and vapes and stuff.
Well, okay, so obviously it's been since I quit, so you don't have to talk condescendingly to me. But but that's California. Okay. All right. So California, the smoking age is now 21. So I highly doubt that it's that across the country then.
It changed in 2019.
2019.
So it's been like that for 7 years.
Yeah. So that was long after I quit.
Dang
so
it.
I didn't care. I
Ugh.
guess I didn't care about that news. All right. Let's move on, and we are moving on to Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu for Tribal Combat. Jay Smalls changed it around the same time they made vapes. I know, I'm sorry. I said the wrong word. I wasn't trying to say you were being condescending. I said the wrong word. So the winner of this match
Is me.
gets to be the tribal chief, because this is tribal combat. And Roman Reigns defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Jacob Fatu in Tribal Combat is one of the biggest story matches on the card. The match is advertised as Tribal Combat, and the SmackDown Hotel's card listing notes that the winner also receives the title of Tribal Chief. This is not just about a championship. This is about power, bloodline status, family hierarchy, dominance, and identity. Roman has spent years as the head of the table. Jacob Fatu is a threat because he is not intimidated by Roman's legacy. He's dangerous, explosive, unpredictable, and believable as someone who could physically overwhelm Roman Reigns. All right. Now, here's an important note right now. There are reports that Jacob Fatu's status could be uncertain due to a possible injury suffered at a WWE live event in Liverpool. Cage Side Seats, citing PW Insider, reported that WWE was concerned he might not be cleared and was considering alternative plans if needed. That has not removed the match from the advertised card as of now and as of this show, but it is worth mentioning on air as a developing story. So, Ashton, let's start with you this time. I want to get your thoughts on that. Were you aware of any of what I just mentioned, and does that change what you think might happen?
Yeah, I didn't know that he might have gotten injured. So that's definitely going to slow the match down for sure if he still wrestles tonight or tomorrow.
But let me ask you this. Let me quick. Let me ask you this, Ashton. Sorry to interrupt, but with WWE's track record of the last couple of years, with this information getting out from a live event, not a taped or televised event, a live event, house show, what are the odds that this could play into their storyline, that this is just a work?
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing that a lot lately, where their injury is a work, but it normally those injuries as a work it moves along probably like a few weeks later rather than like right then and there.
Right.
So if it just happened, then there'll be a reason for him to lose.
Right. It kind of gives him an out.
And then still look strong, because Roman could actually target that area, make him submit or something. But what did the report say? Like what was injured on?
No, I was hurt? And that's what's making me question a little. It just says that his status is uncertain due to a possible injury suffered at a live event, which means somebody at a live event is getting back to them, or WWE is putting it out there. But what's up, George?
So I've been following it since the news broke. People weren't sure if he was selling or was injured. That's what was going on. So It was from a match with Phil Sokoa. So, he might not even be hurt. It might just be a sell, or if he is legit hurt, depending on the severity of it. WWE is confident he can still do the match as of last night.
Right.
So I'm assuming as of now still too. I mean, they even advertised it and had a whole segment about it. So.
Yeah, that's why I kind of, whenever I see this kind of stuff nowadays, and that's a credit to WWE, that you hear or you see something like that, and your first thought is to immediately question it. Like, is it a work? Is it a shoot? And the fact that we don't know, and anytime something happens now, we question the validity of it. That's exactly what you want in pro wrestling, because they're supposed to blur the lines of reality.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you don't want them to do it too often.
No. I agree with you.
Because if they do it too often, it's like, okay, when are they coming back to I'm hurt. I guess I'm not hurt no more.
Right.
Like, because doing it so often just like diminishes it. And
you mean like wearing a black hoodie?
Yes.
Absolutely. When you return from something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm hoping the Seth Rollins and the way that they presented that was like the blow off. Like, okay, like it was almost felt like it was a parody of it in a sense. the way Seth Rollins did it, because he brought in like tons of people in these hoodies. And I thought, okay, maybe this is their way of acknowledging that we've gone overboard with this. And now we're going to take a step back.
Bronson Reed better not come back with the hoodie on.
No, but I cannot wait because Bronson Reed looks like a beast. The dude has dropped weight and he looks jacked. Like, I am so excited to see Bronson Reed back. But Ashton, give me your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Where is your prediction leaning?
So for this match, so Jacob was one of the ones I said that this match is going to make or break him.
Right.
Because he's on a roll right now. But we know a lot of times whenever somebody's on a roll, when they lose a match or they lose a big match, their momentum just stops right then and there. So with the stipulation of him being forced to follow Roman if he loses, that has the potential of being a great storyline to continue on, because now you have the Usos are either going to be weary of him, be like, hey, I still don't trust you. You may say, you now acknowledge Roman as a tribal chief, but we still don't trust you. Or it'll make a rivalry flare back up between Jacob and Jay, because Jay has always been like, I don't like you, type stuff.
Yep.
So him losing, it could work very well if it's done right, but it can also really destroy his momentum. But I don't see him winning the match, because just for his character type and how he is, he's not. I don't think he's ready for the having the world champion, having the title and being tribal chief.
Right.
Maybe one of the two, but not both.
Right. Yeah, and I love Jacob. Like I said, he's killing it.
Yeah, man, me too.
But yeah, is it time for that, or is it better to bring him into the fold with the bloodline 2.0, whatever we want to call this, and then build up from there? And kind of think about how Sami Zayn made it to the top by getting in, and all the struggles to get into the bloodline, and then the bloodline built him up till he finally turned on Roman. And you could have not that same situation, but Jacob, but you could definitely build up a main event star with Jacob for a long term by having him do something similar in terms of building him till he finally cracks.
Right. And then one other thing is the rumors of Zilla coming over to WWE is still there. The rumors are still out there. So this would be a good time for Zilla to just appear and maybe help out Jacob.
Without a hoodie.
Yeah. Yeah. Because again, Zilla and Jacob, they were the two of the family members who were like on the outside.
Right.
So
all right. Sounds good. So I've got Ashton for Roman Reigns taking this one. So George, what are your thoughts on this? Give us your prediction on this matchup.
So this one's another tough one, as I could see both ways it could go. If Jacob wins it, Roman has to be subverted. I can't even say the word today. An underling. We use that one. Under Jacob, it's not going to sit well with Roman, but Roman's going to the stipulation he has to acknowledge the other person. So whoever wins basically is in charge. So could you imagine Jacob being in charge and just going crazy? I mean, that could be a great story in itself. Yeah. And then Roman eventually fight back and acknowledge until he hits a certain point where he has to fight back and try to regain everything that was his. That could be a good story they could tell. Or the reverse, you have Jacob has to acknowledge Roman, and then like you guys were saying, like build him up. And again, they have that tribal heir trademark, so they could always bring that up. As far as Zillow was concerned, I think he'd attack Jacob. Personally, I really do. I think he'd attack Jacob and cost Jacob if he were to show up But as far as who I think is going to win, I think it's still going to go to Roman. That's my gut. Um, who I want to win would be Jacob, but I think Roman's going to win that, and I like them both, so it ain't going to bother me either way.
So you're officially going with Roman?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, and the thing about Zilla, like, it makes more sense if you think about it for him to attack Jacob, because that would mean that one of the two would have to bring him in. And Jacob Fatu isn't really known for bringing in people to back him up. He's that lone wolf guy. He wants to do it himself. He doesn't want outside help. Whereas Roman has a history of doing that, of bringing in guys to save him at the last second. Solo Sikoa did that as well. And I agree with Chris. Like, I think Jacob would be a much better enforcer than Solo. Now, Solo started off really, really strong, but I've actually really enjoyed his character development. And I think that we kind of look at who Solo is now, and who Solo used to be was pretty intense. And he definitely lived up to that enforcer role. But I do think Jacob would be a better choice. All right, just to keep things a little interesting here before we get to Benny, Seth.
Ooh, my turn.
Your turn. I want to hear your thoughts.
I have 2 outcomes, and both of
That's
them.
pretty much all you get.
Well, no. Well,
You
I
get
have
Roman
2.
or Jacob.
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
How
The
about
guy.
there's another option called a neither. Well, I have 2
Oh,
options.
a no contest?
It's no contest or Jacob, but they both involve a substitute. I think someone's gonna come in for Jacob Fatu at the start, and either the injury is real and the substitute makes it a no contest, or the substitute is there and just before Roman Reigns is out, Jacob Fatu comes back in with no injury and takes the victory.
So we're going with, like, the tribal combat has, like, no rules at all.
Yeah, there's no. It's like a no disqualification.
The
kind
mind
match.
of a child, ladies and gentlemen. Because you have
Yep.
you have 1 week left.
Yeah, I got 1 week left.
Time for you to grow up, big guy.
I can imagine.
I mean, like, if there is an alternative, if the injury is real and Jacob does have to be pulled for whatever reason, then I would like to see an alternative brought in. But I think that puts the match in a spot where Roman has to go over. Because the only guy that was the credible threat to becoming the tribal chief was Jacob. Like, how many of you guys ever thought Solo was actually going to be tribal chief at the end of the day? Nobody.
I thought Jay was going to. I thought Jay was going to do it.
I mean, Jay, I think, was the most believable at the time, and I think Jay's taken enough tumble down now where it's just not the same. But Jacob, I think, is the only guy right now who is a credible threat to that. But Benny, let's get your thoughts on. Well, so Seth, what exactly is your
Yeah. Who's
your pick?
Who's your guy?
Jacob Fatu, I guess.
All right, so I guess
Because both options include not Roman Reigns.
so. Seth going against the pack, picking Jacob Fatu. All right, Benny, give us your thoughts on this one. Where do you stand on it?
Yeah, and maybe this is an age thing because I'm a little bit older than all of you, but instead of a hoodie, I'd like to see people come back wearing a leisure suit.
There you go.
How cool would that be?
I'm good with that. Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah, absolutely. And now I have a pointless trivia question for everybody, including the chat room. The great duo of Wham back in the 80s, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
Yeah.
Lead singer,
George Michael. Right.
Who was the other guy?
No one cares.
Who's the other
Right.
guy?
Who was the other? Well, let me see. Does anybody know?
He was the other.
I
the
do
other
not.
homosexual guy.
Right. Is it Andrew Ridgely?
I was gonna say that.
Okay. So
Stole
there's
my
kind of a point to
answer.
this. There in Hollywood, you get the leading man. Back in the day, it was Cary Grant. Now it's Brad Pitt and other guys. But there was always that award for the best supporting actor. Like Richard Deacon, who played Fred Rutherford on Leave It to Beaver. The guy was in a gazillion movies, made a very good living. My point is, I think Roman Reigns is that leading man. I don't see Jacob Fatu as a leading man. I see him as like a perennial best supporting actor, and not that there's anything wrong with that.
Right.
So I see Roman winning, but then I see this going one or two ways, and I think we've alluded to both of them in here. One is that he does acknowledge Roman, but there's constant drama within the bloodline, or two is they kind of become like a new four horsemen where Jacob maybe becomes like Arn Anderson, the enforcer. And then the Usos are kind of like Tully and whoever, Barry Windham or whoever the other, fourth horseman is.
Right.
So I could see it going one or two ways. I just don't, I don't see, I love Jacob Fatu. I just don't think he can be the guy. Long term, anyway.
Let me ask you, Benny, if you had to pick who the fourth guy was in the Four Horsemen, who was your team of the Four Horsemen? Flair, Anderson, Blanchard, and who?
I love Barry Windham.
Barry Windham. And who's the worst fourth?
Well, that's easy. Paul Roma. He was the drizzling shits.
Hey, watch your mouth, sir. This is a family. This is a family
He's
show.
a drizzling doo doo.
We don't say the name Paul Roma. This is a family show.
Oh gosh.
And a lot of people give Lex Luger flack and stuff, but the thing about Lex is he wasn't always the strongest in-ring worker, but the guy got over, and his time with the Horsemen made him a huge star.
Lex was a great horseman. He had the presence. He had the look, and he had the arrogance on the mic. And he wasn't horrible in the ring. He wasn't great, but he was adequate.
He was just loud.
With that physique and the mic skills, yeah.
I never realized how loud Lex Luger was in the ring till someone pointed it out to me.
And watch when he throws a punch, he screams every time he throws a punch.
Yeah, and if he gets it's constant, and it's you're just like, dude, shut up.
Is it weird that I know Lex Luger, but it's like I don't remember any of his matches?
Yeah, I can get that. I think if you were a big NWA guy, you might remember some of his matches with Flair. I always go back to that SummerSlam match with Yokozuna, just because of the ending. I couldn't tell you what happened with the match, but I can tell you how the ending was, which is a disqualification, and they celebrated at the end of SummerSlam like Luger had just won the title.
Oh,
he had all of the fireworks and everybody was celebrating, and they were playing his music like crazy, and he's running around like he actually won the title, and he didn't.
Maybe he was supposed to.
I think there was always discussion about it. At one point, he even made an entrance at a house show wearing the WWE title, and I think it was just a way of seeing what the reaction was going to be. Yeah, there's actually video of it, of him walking out.
I do love his finishing move, the torture rack.
Oh, the torture rack is great, and I never understood why WWE always had a thing for a while against submissions. And when he came to WWE, he didn't use the torture rack. He did his bionic forearm, because he was in that motorcycle, or not motorcycle. I forget what it was, but he was in an accident, and he had metal plates in his arm and stuff. So they used that. So he had that, kind of like how they talk about Logan Paul's.
Oh yeah.
His hand. So all right, well. Here are my talking points that I wrote down here. This match is about more than Roman Reigns defending his title. It's about Roman defending the myth that is Roman Reigns. Jacob Fatu is not coming in as a normal challenger. He's coming in as as a monster, and as someone who might not care about Roman's aura. Tribal combat means anything can happen. No excuses. No technicalities, no easy way out. If Roman wins, he proves he's still the man. If Jacob wins, WWE could completely reshape the power structure in the bloodline. So, my prediction, Roman Reigns retains tonight. Jacob Fatu winning would be huge, but Roman retaining feels like the most likely path unless WWE wants to completely flip everything. Roman has too much attached to the title, the tribal chief identity, and the larger mythology of his character. So if the reported injury concern is real, WWE could avoid putting even more long-term weight on Jacob until his status is fully clear. And WWE's own prediction article also picked Roman to retain. So that is my pick right there, which means now that that pick has been made, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for round 2 of Pointless Trivia. So here we go.
I'm going to win.
We're going first with Benny the Jet. Are you ready, Benny? We got true or false. The Eiffel Tower can grow taller in hot weather.
Well, I mean, that's so ridiculous that I'm going to say true.
That is correct. Good job. All right. On to the next question. George, this
Gotta
one's...
love science.
Yeah. George, this one's for you. Which is the only mammal capable of true flight? Is it A, the flying squirrel, B, a bat, C, a lemur, or D, the sugar glider? You can see the pictures right there of all of them. They're so cute.
I have not the faintest idea. Guessing B.
Which one?
Sugar glider.
The sugar glider is incorrect. The answer is bat.
Well, man, bats actually fly.
Yeah, they are the only ones that actually. I think the question might.
Fly. They don't fly.
I think the question might have been, are they a mammal? I think a lot of people might not know they're mammals. All right, moving on.
They're a mammal. I thought you got was asking like what takes true flight. Bats don't fly; they glide.
Bats fly.
They fly. The flying squirrels and the sugar glider.
I noticed I just had a bat in my house on Thursday that I had to get rid of and look all this stuff up. They glide.
They fly. Flying squirrels and sugar gliders glide. Because a bat can go from the ground and fly up. A squirrel and a glider cannot.
That's what it was saying when I was looking up of how to get rid of it. Was you had to make sure you put it in a high spot so they could fly, so they can't take off on the ground.
Oh.
I
Well,
don't know, man. Sometimes AI be wrong.
your information, my friend, was incorrect. Bats. The only bat that can't fly is Batman. Well, sometimes. All right, moving on. Next question. And this goes to Ashton Harris.
Hey.
In cosplay, what does screen accurate usually mean? A, comfortable for walking. B, based on the exact look from a movie, show, game, or comic. C, made only with fabric. Or D, designed for comedy.
The answer is B, based on exact look from the movie, show, game, or comic.
That is correct. That was it. That was too easy for Ashton. All right, live chat. This one's for you. It's true or false time. Leave your answer in the live chat. You're gonna have 10 seconds as soon as I finish the question. True or false? Honey never spoils under proper storage conditions. True or false? Your 10 seconds starts now.
I have an answer for the bat thing.
That gong means your time is up. The answer is A, true. And my music stopped. Why did my music stop?
The gong hit?
I need to restart it. There we go. Oh, come on now. Come on. Stop it. Stop doing this to me. All right, Seth.
Yes.
So we said the answer is true. Honey never spoils under proper storage conditions. So, Seth, your next question. What is the minimum age to vote in U.S. federal elections? Is it A, 16, B, 17, C, 18, or D, 21?
18.
That's correct. Good
Yippee.
job. Good job, future 18-year-old.
Ooh.
So the countdown continues for Seth's
Which means
18th birthday.
Yep.
you have a responsibility coming up.
Yeah. Oh, crap. The boy will be able to vote. All
I
right.
have an answer for the bat thing.
Okay, Seth has an answer for the bat thing. We're
Yeah.
going to keep the music playing then since this
Yeah,
is trivia
so
related.
bats can fly,
Yeah.
but they struggle to start on their own.
Okay, so
They can fly and they can flap, but generating their own lift enough to start from nothing is difficult.
is difficult.
That's
then
why
fly
that's
into-
why they go up, like they climb stuff to get high and then they drop down and swoop.
Who knew that one of my shows would be educational?
Hey, man. It happens.
Crazier things have happened in this world, but very few can match the fact that we educate you here on the Positively Pat Sim Show.
So, George, you was right.
Yeah, George has got well,
Well, he was like half right.
he was half right. He's
Half right, 50-50.
Yeah.
And-
We was half right.
Yes. All right. We can all agree that we were half right. All right, guys. We're moving on to match number 3 on our preview and prediction show for Clash in Italy, and we are moving on to a big one. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi. Oba taking the world by storm. Who's not doing the Oba Femi strut? Like, it's
I be doing
everywhere. There's a video recently of like they were showing like Charlotte and Alexa in the ring, and they're doing the strut while the cameras are off, and then as soon as the cameras come back on, they're back to normal. Everyone's doing the Oba Femi strut, and with good reason. But this is
what's hot right now.
right. This is the monster fight of the show. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi is pure spectacle. Power versus power, intimidation versus intimidation, the established beast against the rising unstoppable force. If there was a time to repeat Gorilla Monsoon, it is now. The irresistible force meeting the immovable object. Apparently my wife's not doing the Oba Femi strut. So there you go.
Irresistible force. Isn't that
The Nia Jackson Lash Legend. Yeah. WWE's own preview framed this as a massive rematch and remake, and noted
I
that
mean, it is Disney.
yeah, at Oba Femi defeated Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42 in under 5 minutes, while also emphasizing that Oba has not yet lost at all on the main roster. When WWE brings up that kind of stuff, it's time to get a little wary about the end result.
Yeah.
This is one of those matches where you don't need an overly complicated story. This is a very simple story being told here. Sometimes pro wrestling is at its best when two superstars walk into the ring and everyone just wants to see them get it on. Brock Lesnar has made a career out of being this version of like a final boss type of character. But now WWE is presenting Oba Femi like he is the next one, right? Oba is literally going to be the next beast, the next big thing.
He is the ruler.
The ruler. That is, maybe I shouldn't do that voice. That is a huge deal. So let's start with George this time. George, give us your thoughts on Oba Femi versus Brock Lesnar. Are you enjoying the build-up? Do you like the fact that this was a swerve with Brock Lesnar's retirement? And what do you see happening in this matchup?
I'm really love the build on this. Do I like that they swerved with Lesnar retiring? No, I think it depends. As long as we don't do it too often, right? Because you guys gotta every once in a while is okay, but I don't know. I feel like they do it too much. To be honest with you, lately it was just like everything's faked lately. You know, like retirements, injuries, etc., etc. I think what we said, like less is more in this case.
Right.
Um, but I also at the same time think Oba can't afford to take a loss yet. I think it'll completely ruin all his momentum and what they're trying to do and build him up to be, which is the next monster, the next, beast. Um, he's basically supposed to be Brock's replacement, right? So you have him go 0-2 versus Brock, in my opinion, and maybe even have a third one if they want to, and that gives enough time for when SummerSlam comes to set up, like we were saying, with which we Gunther versus Brock. It gives you time to set that up still. Or you could have the third match be Oba beating him 3 times in a row, with the stipulation is if Oba wins, Lesnar is done.
Right.
So
There's a lot of options here. And the key here is, I think, making sure that if Brock Lesnar sticks around, nobody goes home looking the weaker. And I think that at WrestleMania, with Lesnar taking the loss so quickly and then immediately going into the whole retirement thing, it took all the focus off of him losing. You still had a lot of focus on Oba winning, but when you were talking about Brock, you weren't talking about Brock, the loser of the match. You were talking about Brock retiring. Oba, you could still say Oba destroyed Brock Lesnar, but it didn't do anything negative to Brock because of the retirement thing. Now, I would have preferred, as you were saying, like, instead of the retirement angle, I would have preferred if Oba had just dominated Brock. And let's say you wheel Brock out of WrestleMania. That's a sight we've never seen before. Wheel Brock out of WrestleMania, and that puts Brock's future more in question than the retirement angle. Because as soon as he did that, everybody was talking about Brock coming back.
So they could do that on Sunday, though, right?
Sure.
He said he was going to kill him, per se, right?
Right.
That's what he had said. That was his quote. So maybe he does beat Brock to the point where he puts Brock in the hospital, and then Brock wants a third match on him and puts his career on the line in order to make Oba accept it.
Right. I think this should be a buried alive match. Buried alive.
You don't have any characters to do that right now, though.
What's that?
You need a character that's like dark in order for it to. We don't think they even have any right now.
Danhausen.
Your dad.
He's not dark enough for that. I mean, technically, it's supposed to be a demon possessing his body if you know the actual whole Dan Helsing storyline. But I followed him on the Indies.
Stalker.
I'm trying to think if there's anybody else besides. I mean, maybe a Damian Priest could have pulled it off once upon a time, but not so much now. Who else could pull off a buried alive match right now?
Nobody
like,
really. I think
no one.
I honestly think buried alive matches, casket matches, those needed to kind of go with the era that they were in. I think that those were like Taker matches.
Taker and Kane.
Yeah. And so, and even the buried alive match when Taker he did one with Vince, I remember it's at Survivor Series. And the only reason that even worked was because it was essentially ended up being the setup for the return of the dead man. Otherwise, even the buried alive match with Biker Taker didn't feel like it fit. Didn't work very well. But yeah,
it has to be a dark character, like a Bray Wyatt it would have worked with, or something like that.
Oh,
so like
Bray,
a dark
yeah.
character.
Yeah, I think Bray could have made that work.
Yeah, they need a dark character in order for it to work.
So, George, who exactly is your pick then? Is it Oba?
Oba.
All right, George is going with Oba. All right, Benny, give me your pick. Brock Lesnar versus Oba Femi.
I'd love to see Oba Femi struck to the ring wearing a leisure suit. I know that's not going to happen. So, this one, it didn't really take me that long to figure this one out. I would have liked to have seen Brock retire at WrestleMania, and I have to admit they swerved the hell out of me. I really thought that was it, but they turned it around. That there's going to be a rubber match. That this is not going to end tonight, and it's going to be a rubber match. It's not going to be a sweep. So Brock has to win, and then my guess is that, and there's no stigma for Obafemi to take a loss. Number one, he lost in NXT. He lost to Ricky Saints, I believe. So it's not like he's not Goldberg. He's not 173-0. He can take. I mean, if you're going to take a loss from anyone, it can be Brock Lesnar. Right. And I really believe they will culminate this before SummerSlam. I do think, at Night of Champions, maybe, that Brock passes the torch. And then somehow Brock and Gunther show up at SummerSlam, and that's when Gunther retires Brock. But, yeah, Brock will win tonight.
All right. So we'll be 1-1, and then the rubber match will be hair versus hair. The winner gets to shave the other one. All right.
No, if Oba loses, he's got to stitch up Brock's jeans that he keeps tearing.
Yeah, he does keep messing with his
he keeps splitting his
attire.
pants. Yeah. What's he got in there?
Yeah, I don't want to know. The Beast.
Stop wearing tight jeans.
The Beast.
Nah, this is a kid show.
He's unleashed.
This is a kid show.
The Beast incarnate.
That was one of our match game questions. When Brock got into the Royal Rumble and unleashed his blank. All right, so you're going with Brock Lesnar, Benny. All right.
Correct.
So Seth, I'm going back to you. Give me your thoughts on Brock versus Oba.
Obafemi.
You're going Oba.
Yeah.
Why?
I just don't see Brock Lesnar winning this. It feels wrong.
Well, take your glasses off and tell me again. I want to make sure you're seeing straight. All right. Okay, I believe you now.
I'm not seeing gay.
Stop it. All right. Ashton, give me your thoughts on Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi.
Brock Lesnar versus Obafemi. Like I said earlier, this is the other match that it could make or break Obafemi, honestly.
Yep.
Like Benny said, if you're gonna lose to somebody, losing to Brock Lesnar is that's not a bad way to lose,
Right.
Unless it was Kofi, then yeah.
Yeah.
Still upset with that. Anyways, but yeah, Brock Lesnar coming back or them swerving us with the retirement ruined his retirement for me. Absolutely did. Because that would have been a great way to that would have been a memorable retirement. Because it's not like it was announced that he was being retired or he was retiring. It just happened. And so when he actually does retire, I don't know what they can do to top that. I mean, a stipulation match where he's forced to retire. Okay, that's all cool and that's all cool, but the shock of like, yo, I'm done. That was nothing can top. Nothing, no kind of retirement can top for Brock Lesnar can be topped by that.
Yeah.
But I think this is going to be 3 matches altogether, and Oba is more than likely going to lose this match, but he's going to take at least 6 F5s.
Really?
Yeah.
We're going for the record.
6. Yeah, because I mean it took 4 to get him down, and that's when he was off guard. Now he's ready to fight, so it's like he's going to take at least 6 F5s.
All right. So Ashton's going with Brock. So we are split down the middle. Benny and Ashton going with Brock, with George and Seth. George, you're in Seth.
I would have thought mine was the popular opinion.
You would think, wouldn't you?
I know. I'm like really good with this stuff.
You're so good with these things, right?
All right. So here's my prediction on this one. Brock Lesnar can lose and still be Brock Lesnar. Obafemi, however, is being built as something very, very special. If WWE has already had Oba beat Brock decisively at WrestleMania 42, having Brock get his win back immediately could cool Oba off. The better long-term move, in my opinion, is for Oba to prove that WrestleMania was not a fluke. WWE's own prediction article also picked Obafemi to defeat Lesnar, which means that I agreed with WWE. My pick is Obafemi to defeat Brock Lesnar. Now, it doesn't mean that Brock still can't look strong and come out of this strong. But I agree with Ashton in the fact it's going to take a lot to get Obafemi down. But I don't think it's going to be one of those shocking moments where Brock can't keep Oba down. And Oba's just going to overpower Brock Lesnar. So that's where I stand. I think Oba overpowers Brock and wins with fall from grace. And
I do like that. I do like that you mentioned that this is going to prove that WrestleMania wasn't a fluke.
Right.
So,
right.
Yeah, I do like that.
You're welcome. All right. Here we go.
Hey, man. Gotta call it like I sees it.
Here we go, guys. It's time for round 3 of Pointless Trivia. Here we go. Benny the Jet, you're up first. Multiple choice. Which band recorded Don't Stop Believin' that we are forbidden from playing on WANT radio? Is it Journey, Foreigner, Toto, or Boston?
You know, I have done 56 shows on Watt Radio, and per their directive, I have never played a Journey.
That is correct. I will say this, Benny. So, fun fact here. When I did, on my very first show, Wendy was on the first 2 hours of the show, and before she left, I took all the popular titles of every Journey song and put them into a big farewell thing. So I was like, so just remember, Wendy, don't stop believing. It was so funny. I can't recreate it because it was written out perfectly. All right, moving on. Question number 2 for George Fenmore for round 3 here. True or false? Bananas are berries, botanically speaking. George, you're muted.
Let's go with true.
You are correct, sir. Very good. So well done, George. All right, here we go. Next one, Ashton, multiple choice. Which superhero is commonly associated with Gotham City? Is it Superman, Spider-Man, Batman, or The Flash?
Fun fact. All 4 of them have been to Gotham City.
That's true.
But the answer is C, Batman. And the best Batman will forever be Kevin Conroy.
I'm sorry. The answer is Spider-Man, and the best Batman is obviously George Clooney. All right. Next question is for the live chat. What is the largest ocean on Earth? You have 10 seconds, live chat. That gong means your time is up. The answer is the Pacific Ocean. Yes, the Great Pacific Ocean. All right, Seth. It's time for your question. I'm guessing you're seeing there's a theme with yours. Which movie rating usually means a person under 17 needs a parent or adult guardian with them? Is it G, PG, PG-13, or R?
R.
That is correct.
Matey.
R.
I was thinking that.
Why did the pirate go? Because it was rated R. That's so stupid. All right.
Hey, Pat, fun
Yes.
story for you.
Yes,
All
sir.
the oceans are technically all connected.
What's that?
Technically speaking,
Yeah.
every single ocean on the planet is connected.
Yes, that is true.
There's one big giant ocean. No, I was taking.
Oh, you're saying so that they're all one.
Have you seen the transition between oceans though?
It's crazy.
It's insanely obvious when you're switching oceans.
Yeah, it's
It's
really
like-
cool.
That is true.
Like
Yeah.
it's not just like, oh, one body of water. Like there's a huge color difference and difference in like what's in the water. It's weird.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That is it for pointless trivia, which means we are on to match number 4. And match number 4 is not that. It is Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's Championship. You notice it's not the undisputed WWE Women's Championship. But this is another WrestleMania rematch with major star power. Rhea Ripley is the champion, and Jade Cargill is the physically dominant challenger who, guys, I got to say, I am loving what Jade is bringing to the table right now. I love the direction of Jade's character. I think that her and Ripley are working together very, very well. Their match at WrestleMania, I thought, was well above expectations. And I think we found the right opponent for Jade to make her look like $1 million right now.
Yeah, she's finally found her stride.
Yep.
Now, let's see if she can do this with everyone she fights.
Right. Jade Cargill opened last night's SmackDown with Mission and B-Fab before Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss interrupted. WWE then booked Jade versus Alexa, and Jade defeated Bliss, and after the match, she dropped Alexa with Jade on top of a steel chair. WWE's recap also noted that Mission and B-Fab interfered during the match before Ripley and Charlotte chased them off. That final image matters. Jade standing tall before challenging Rhea, and that's what this has kind of been this entire time, is kind of Jade standing tall over Rhea since WrestleMania. This match is very interesting because Rhea Ripley is one of WWE, if not the biggest star in WWE, but Jade Cargill has the look, the presence, and power of someone WWE clearly sees as being a major player. Now, last night, Jade got the win over Alexa and then made a statement with Jaded on the chair, and usually in wrestling, when someone stands tall on the go-home show, it makes you wondering if they're taking the loss at the PLE. But with Jade, WWE may be trying to show she is peaking at the right time. So let's get your guys' thoughts. George, I want to start with you. Give me your thoughts on Rhea Ripley versus Jade Cargill and where you see this match ending up.
Another thing about last night's show was that backstage, Rhea went to check on, see how Alexa was doing, and Charlotte basically said she was going to take care of Jade, and Rhea's like, no, I have her on Sunday. She goes, you better take it or I will.
Right.
So, and she said there's a receipt coming regardless. So if Rhea doesn't take out Jade, Charlotte's going to. So that after that promo last night, it almost made me think there could be some major title changes coming, because that would give Charlotte a chance to chase after Jade for a title. I see it going one or two ways. Either they do it that way, or you have Rhea retain a second time and then she goes on to a different opponent, which would probably be that JCJ character, because it's going crazy there. So kind of like what's going on with Cody, it's the same thing going on with Rhea, where there's a lot of opponents lined up, already set up. So I'm going to go with my pick for Rhea, but I'm not very confident.
All right. Yeah, this one's tough. It's definitely tough. Seth, I want your thoughts on this one.
I think Rhea retains.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. I'm not like a women's championship guy, so it's not my forte.
All right. Eric Porter says Becky is the biggest woman star. Sports Illustrated says it. ESPN says it. Yeah, no. I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, right now, like, it's not even close.
I feel like
No, I think that's just something that Becky says.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Becky says she's the biggest star because ESPN and Sports Illustrated says it.
Bleacher Report. Then.
Roman Reigns says, "I say it."
where did Roman Reigns come from?
Roman Reigns is in the live chat.
Yeah, acknowledge
That
me.
doesn't look like his picture though. I can't really see what it is, but
Me neither.
it's Roman Reigns at Roman Reigns. Acknowledge me. All right. Eric Porter says, I was kidding. We know, Eric. We know you all too well, my friend. All right. So Seth is picking Rhea Ripley. So Ashton, give us your thoughts, your pick on this one.
I think this is the match where shenanigans ensue.
Shenanigans.
Yep. Meechin and B-Fab, they're not going to be able to keep the nose out of it. So they're coming out. And because they come out, Charlotte's going to come out. And it's just going to be all hell is going to break loose. And I think because of that, the distractions and everything, Rhea is going to win because Jade is going to get the upper hand on Rhea, and Charlotte is going to be pissed because Rhea isn't taking care of her, and she's going to interfere in the match.
All right. It's interesting call, interesting play there. Let's go with Benny. Benny, what do you got?
Well, for months and months and months, I was calling Jade Cargill Jade Cargo.
Right.
Because Bianca Belair had to carry her. I'm no longer saying that. She has really, between WrestleMania and Saturday night's main event, she has stepped her game up exponentially. She, to me, now is a viable candidate, challenger, champion, whatever, a good worker. So, but with that being said, Rhea Ripley just won the title. I think it's way too soon to drop it. There's plenty of time for that to play out. I think something's going to happen with Charlotte Flair that is going to lead to a Rhea Charlotte matchup next. So, then the question is, what do you do with Jade? But I think they can figure something out.
Right.
I say that Rhea all the way on this one.
All right. So everybody across the board with Rhea. So here's my prediction, and it is that Rhea Ripley retains. This is, for me, the toughest match that I was trying to call. Jade winning would not be shocking to me, especially with Mission and B-Fab involved in her orbit and Charlotte and Alexa also connected to the story. WWE's own prediction article actually picked Jade Cargill to win the title. But for me, it's Rhea. Rhea just feels too big, too important right now to lose the championship this soon, as Benny pointed out, unless WWE is setting up a major summer reset. Jade standing tall on SmackDown makes me lean even more toward Rhea surviving at Clash in Italy. Now, here's one of my things I just do not want to see happen. And let me start off. I do want to see Charlotte versus Rhea. Their match at WrestleMania 39 was the match of the night on night one by far, and perhaps of the entire show, the entire 2 nights. I think they have great chemistry. They work really well together. My problem is every time we get the potential for 2 baby faces going one-on-one, WWE seems to want to make sure that one of them turns before the match. And I would rather see the Alexa Charlotte thing continue on as baby faces because I love that pairing, and Rhea and Charlotte just having their problems that just needs to be worked out in the ring. I don't need one of them to turn heel to enjoy that match. And I think that's something WWE kind of needs to step away from. We don't always need a big heel turn before 2 baby faces clash. I think we learned that with John Cena. We learned that with Randy Orton. We don't need it. The matches still would have been important, and they probably would have been better off. Looking back with hindsight, we can all probably say both matches would have been better off had those heel turns not have happened.
That's true.
So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, so Rhea across the board. But with that being said, it is time for Pointless Trivia Round 4. So, Benny, Your question is true or false. The original name of Google was Back Rub.
Oh God. That's too ridiculous to be true. I'm going to say false.
Actually, it's true.
Oh my God.
It is actually true.
Seriously?
And once again, I am, and I'll fill you guys in on one of my issues here that I think.
Ashton, your
You
laugh
guys-
sounded like a rich guy.
Well, I mean, yeah. Are you? Do you not
Shaw.
do you not see his microphone? All right.
No, I can't see his microphone.
Oh yeah, you can't right now. All right. Question next up, George Fenmore. Which food is traditionally used to make guacamole? Is it avocado, cucumber, peas, or zucchini?
Avocado.
That is correct. George got the avocado question. All right, Ashton, the first animated feature film released by Disney, or just at all, was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. True or false?
Ooh. I'm going to say false.
The answer is true.
Is it?
It is true.
Oh,
All right.
Steamboat Willie wasn't a film.
It wasn't a full-length motion picture, no. All right.
Okay.
Live chat. It's your turn. As soon as I'm done asking the question, you have 10 seconds. Multiple choice. Which animal is known as the king of the jungle? Tiger, lion, gorilla. I almost did that wrong. Or elephant.
I can't tell if you failed at doing an accent or you failed at not doing an accent. You're
Both.
like, I should not. You're like, oh, I should do an accent. And then you're like,
I know.
I should not do the accent.
Halfway through saying gorilla wrong, I was like, nope, can't do that.
I don't want to get
sound
canceled yet.
I thought you was going to sound like Clayton.
Oh, that was horrible.
Gorilla.
All right, the answer, of course, is B, lion.
And they aren't in the jungle.
You're 2 for 2 right now.
Yeah. All right. So, Seth, your question. All right. True or false? An 18-year-old can legally serve on a jury in many parts of the United States.
I don't know why I'm waiting for a timer. True.
That's correct. The answer is true.
I'm sitting here like, okay, when's the thingy gonna go up? And I'm like, oh, wait a minute.
No thingy for you.
Ew.
All right, guys. So that is the 4th round of pointless trivia. So thank you guys all for participating in this pointless trivia. Thank you, King Mouse. Thank you, everybody in the live chat, for participating throughout the show. But, Seth, we are missing a very important – oh, we have Roman Reigns. That's all we need in the live chat.
Missing?
But why didn't we ever get a response from Mr. Delgado
Oh, yeah.
about his stroke question?
That sounds like the wrong way to phrase that.
No, that was
Very
exactly
wrong.
the right way to phrase that.
His stroke question.
So no, it's just like he never responded. Like he literally came in
Had a
just to
stroke.
write whatever that was and then left.
Yeah.
So he came in and said, "Hey, Pat Sims, special guest Seth Sims, I went to school yesterday morning and to watch movie and Jim upstairs yesterday morning and happened to Sofia Gonzalez from Kennedy High School. She is mad."
I don't know anyone
And
from
then
Kennedy
left.
High School.
And then he took off.
Yeah, he left.
You can't do that to us.
Yeah.
You
Well, how do
can't.
you top that? I mean,
Right. There's nowhere to go from there. Like, we should have just ended the show. That's a mic drop.
Maybe
right there.
he's still on maybe he's still on and he had an actual stroke and hasn't gotten back up.
Oh, that's horrible. See, now that's
he's
that's
actually down.
bad. Oh, that's bad. All right. Guys, we got one more match to go. We got one more round of pointless trivia to go. So let's get right to it, ladies and
I
gentlemen.
looked it up. I found out this guy, the Roman Reigns profile picture, is Sentry from Marvel.
Oh, well, there's nothing to do. I'm not acknowledging Sentry. I'll
Once
acknowledge
I saw
you
the
when
S,
you change it.
I'm like it's a golden superhero, but once I saw the S, I was like, oh, that's the Century logo.
Yep. All right.
Century.
Here we go. It's time for Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca. This is for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. This is a classic established star versus a rising star title match. Becky Lynch is the Women's Intercontinental Champion, one of the most decorated names in WWE Women's history, and someone who can carry a story with her presence alone. Sol Ruca is the challenger with momentum, athleticism, a lot of it, and a highlight reel style that makes her feel different from almost everyone else on the women's roster. WWE's prediction article noted that Sol Ruca recently scored a disqualification victory over Becky Lynch in a non-title match at last week's Saturday night's main event, but questioned whether it may be too soon for her to dethrone Becky. Important current note here: there have also been questions reported about whether Sol Ruca is medically cleared for the match. Cage Side Seats mentioned uncertainty around Sol's status while also discussing the Jacob Fatu injury concern. As of this show, the match is still listed on the advertised card. So just throwing it out there. This is the kind of match where WWE has a choice. Do you keep the title on Becky because she's Becky Lynch? She gives the championship credibility and she can carry this division. Or do you use Becky's name to make Sol Ruca a star? Sol Ruca has the moveset, the athleticism, and the upside, but Becky has the experience. Becky knows how to win when the spotlight is brightest. So a lot of questions going into this one. Roman Reigns says that Crooked Car will cost Becky Lynch again. And Eric Porter says hopefully Sol Ruca wins. She definitely needs this one. So Jessica Carr is who we're talking about, the referee, who we got a cameo from 2 WrestleManias ago. And she plugged the Positively Pat Sim show and our WrestleMania preview shows. So that was really cool. She did a great job there. So
I remember that.
I like Jessica Carr. I'm a fan of Jessica Carr. So let's get into this. I'm going to start with Seth this time.
Ooh.
Seth, what is your prediction for Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca and why?
I'm going with Becky Lynch because I think Sol Ruca is really pushing her luck on this one.
In what way?
Like her match, like her previous match, is she won because of disqualification.
Right.
I feel like her wins aren't exactly her own doing.
Okay.
So I feel like unless she's extremely lucky and once again wins because of some crazy outside thing.
Like Jessica Carr.
Yeah. I think she's pushing her luck.
Okay, so you're going with Becky then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, with the addition of the Crooked Car comment there, your prediction does have some sense to it.
Yeah.
I do get it. I see where you're coming from. All right. Benny, I want to start with you with our special guest here. So, Benny, give me your thoughts and your predictions on Becky Lynch versus Sol Ruca.
Well, a few different things. I think Becky has done as much as she possibly can for the Intercontinental title.
Okay.
She's definitely elevated it. She's made it significant. So anybody who does beat her is definitely going to get elevated. I really think it's time for her to move on and do something different.
Okay.
What is Liv Morgan doing? Absolutely nothing at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe even turn her baby face and have her fight. Do a feud with Liv, but something else. I think she's done all she can here. As far as Sol Ruca, so she lost to Liv, I believe, on TV, and she lost to Io Sky on TV, and she won a pretty jaded victory on Saturday night's main event. I think it's now is the time where she needs to capture a significant victory. I think this is going to be it. I think, I don't think it's necessary to prolong it anymore. And if she doesn't win, because she lost the 2 matches, she really, she won that match, but just by a DQ. If she loses this one, maybe people will start losing interest. So I think she really needs to win this match.
Okay. All right. Well said. And I agree with you on the Liv Morgan thing. And again, like I got kind of I was taken off guard with how quickly Backlash came up, and then we're like 2 weeks later, Saturday night's main event, and then the next week we got Clash in Italy. So a lot going on that hit me pretty hard. Usually after WrestleMania, I back off a little bit. I still keep up with what's going on, but it's like I need a breather for a second. And WWE hasn't given me one. But where is Liv Morgan? Like, how is it we're now on the third, like, at least you can count Saturday night's main event as kind of like a big-ish event. How have we not had Liv Morgan involved in anything since WrestleMania?
Nope. She doesn't do anything now.
Yeah, like,
it's almost like she's waiting for Stephanie Vaquer to come back, and that's ridiculous.
Right, because, like, Liv had all that momentum going into WrestleMania. You felt like she was going to be the big star coming out of there. She had her music video thing, and they were pushing her to the moon. And then afterward, I was like, I forgot about Liv until Benny just mentioned her. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, she's the other woman's champion. And we haven't seen her and we didn't see her in any of these 3 events. That blows my mind. So, I don't know. All right. Ashton, give me your thoughts on the Women's Intercontinental Championship match.
Oh, man. So, Becky has run her course with the title, honestly. She has. Now, I would say Sol Ruka it's too soon for her to get a title, just coming off of NXT not too long ago. But we see how that went with Trick Williams. So I'm not putting past it him. So, but I'm going to go with Sol Ruka snatching Becky's soul and that title from her.
All right. So we got 2 for Sol, and we got Seth for Becky. George, are you going to bring us back to a tie, or are you keeping it solely in Sol's corner?
I agree that the Becky's title run has kind of run its course. Of course, she'd lose it, she's going to get a rematch, but I feel like it's time for her soul to get snatched. And then I agree with what you said. It's time to maybe turn her back babyface, especially because her husband's babyface right now. It makes it a little easier if you want to put them together like they were trying to do at the end of last year. And have her start going after, the Judgment Day and stuff like that. So,
all right. So you're going also with Sol Ruka. And I hate to say this, but I had a completely different way of looking at this because now it's just me and Seth on one side. I actually chose Becky Lynch to retain tonight. Sol Ruka, here's my why. Sol Ruka would be exciting if she won, and WWE's own prediction article picked Sol Ruka to win the title. But I'm going the other way. Becky is still the bigger anchor for the Women's Intercontinental Championship at this moment. Y'all ruined my day. Thanks a lot. Why? What did we do to ruin your day?
It's because we chose someone he didn't choose.
Sol can look amazing in defeat, especially if she nearly catches Becky with the Soul Snatcher. A strong loss to Becky could actually help Sol if the match is laid out properly. So I am still a fan of the Becky Lynch heel. I know she can be very annoying to a lot of people. But I was torn on this one too. I'm leaning more towards Becky because I just want to see a bigger build to Becky's title loss and then having her move on to something else.
Well, Pat, how about, you start building towards SummerSlam, Jessica Carr, who is a wrestler, by the way.
Right.
But even if she doesn't wrestle in WWE per se right now, versus Becky Lynch, maybe for like a SummerSlam. So if you do that, that could get her away from the title picture, but still give her a viable feud that they've been building for over a year now.
True. Very true. Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of all this. Like I don't mind being wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Right? I'm not a pro at this. So I'm gonna stick with what I said, but
Yeah.
because I don't want to be a flip flopper or nothing. But I'm still waiting on Clay Lewis to tell me why we ruined his day. It's like that's such another weird statement to just throw out in the live chat with no follow up. Right? Are you having a stroke, sir?
Maybe it's the same person.
Yeah. On a different account. It's just
Yeah.
all of these names are just the same guy, just switching accounts. Like I really don't have that many people watching. They're just they're just switching accounts.
I think I know why Clay Lewis is mad.
Why?
It's because he's a Dallas Cowboys fan, and they haven't won the Super Bowl since 1996.
Thank God for that.
Aston, where'd your face go? I look over at the Zoom thing, and Aston's just, I couldn't tell if you were doing this kind of thing, like, oh my gosh, or what.
Yeah.
So we ruined his day because he's a Cowboys fan. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Well, he didn't have a reason for us
No
to
one
ruin.
told him to be a Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
No one-
Why is
yeah,
that
well,
our fault?
Yeah. Well, I think he just wanted a reason to be mad, so I thought I'd remind him that he hasn't been to the Super Bowl since 1996.
Thank you, Seth. Now he's really mad at us.
You didn't have to remind me of my torture.
Oh man.
You think that's bad? I'm a Cowboys. I mean, not Cowboy. I know I hate Cowboys. I'm a Giants fan. So and we haven't won in how long? So
Wait,
yeah.
the
I mean,
New
but
York
the Giants have gone to Super Bowl in the 2000s though.
and I'll say this, dude, George, the New York Giants have like one of the greatest Super Bowl wins ever. When they defeated the Patriots, that game was amazing.
And that was when the Patriots almost became
The perfect season.
Almost had to, yeah.
Yeah.
Cowgirls.
That was
indeed.
the Cowgirls indeed suck. Thank you, Jay Smalls.
The perfect season still
Love
sits
you, Jay
with
Small.
the Dolphins.
The Dolphins, that's right.
Next year, baby. Next year.
That is
Here's to hoping.
that is Clay Lewis's motto. That is his yearbook quote. Next year, baby.
Next year,
He
baby.
bets on them
Next
every year.
Love you guys too. Boom, baby. All right.
I bet my mortgage on the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
You're going to lose your house. All right. It's time for the final round of Pointless Trivia. Dude, this show is moving perfectly.
I know. We're like right on time.
All right. Benny the Jet Scala, which artist is known as The Boss? Boss.
The Boss.
Billy Joel, Bruce Springsteen,
Like a
Elton
boss.
John, or Bob Seger?
Somebody I share the same initials with, Bruce Springsteen.
No, it's Elton John. No, I'm kidding, obviously. Isn't that right, Owen? The Bows.
It's Bruce Springsteen, of course.
All right, yes, it is Bruce Springsteen.
What? I was joking. I had no clue what the answer was.
Well, Benny gave it to you.
I didn't hear him. I was
Well,
staring
he's-
at Owen the whole time.
Oh, he said it's the same as his initials,
Oh,
which could have meant Bob Seger,
that's true.
but it's
That's
Bruce.
true, yeah.
It's Bruce Springsteen. All right, George Fenmore, true or false? Octopuses have 3 hearts.
It's octopi.
Wait, what?
That is correct.
It's octopi and octopus.
I like octopuses.
It just because then it just sounds like you're saying octopussies.
Well, that's multiple James Bond movies. Octopuses have 3 hearts. Is that true or false?
True.
Yes, it is true.
Okay.
Yes, very, very good. All right, Ashton, you're going to like this one, Ashton.
Oh boy.
In Star Wars,
Hey!
what color is Darth Vader's lightsaber?
Purple.
Is it blue, green, red, or purple?
You sound like King Julian.
I sound like King Julian a lot, apparently.
King
Well, the correct answer is C, red. But fun fact,
Yes,
Anakin Skywalker has had a blue, green, and red lightsaber.
that is true. Very true.
should know.
He should know he has
ones.
5 new ones.
Yeah, I do. I do.
Yeah, I have been accused of sounding like King Julian, especially when I do Pazzini.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, this is Pazzini. By the great and powerful, the
Yep.
all-knowing.
What does the public get?
Oh, the live chat. Yes. What is the fastest land animal? No multiple choice. You got 10 seconds. What is the fastest land animal?
White people.
Well, that's definitely wrong.
Usain Bolt proved that wrong.
Oh, you guys. You're so silly.
Braun Breaker.
Braun Breaker. Yes.
He's a feed demon.
He is. That is hilarious. All right. Wait. What? CTFUUUUU? What is that? What does that mean?
Oh.
Inside jokes.
It's.
Oh, is that not family friendly? Is CTFU?
It is and not.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, here we go. The answer is
It's a good
cheetah. All right. And that leaves us with Seth's final question for the day.
Yeah.
Multiple choice. What milestone birthday is traditionally considered the start of adulthood in the United States? 13, 16, 18, or 21?
18.
That is correct.
Ooh.
16 if you're a girl.
Oh,
Sweet
Sweet
16.
I know, but for some reason it just sounded very wrong.
That sounds
in my
like
head.
something something
you're right.
someone
I'm sorry. I
else
take
would
it back.
say.
Yeah, he's like,
that out,
it's
take
like,
that out, take
when
that out,
when
take
do
that
people become adults? And Ashton's answer is, well, for girls.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
For
Remove
women,
that.
it's 16.
For women,
don't
for
clip that.
legal
Don't clip that.
reasons, I have to say 18.
Oh,
Otherwise,
God, I'm so sorry.
That
Oh,
was-
jeez, I can't believe I said that.
That was the
Oh, my goodness.
that was the Snickers
sorry.
moment of the night.
if
That
you
was-
go to my private
I
island,
apologize. I apologize. No private island. Yeah, I apologize for that. I have to make sure that is known that I was talking about a Sweet 16. that girls get Sweet 16. But
Ashton's doing his Lord, I
man.
apologize, and be with all the starving pygmies down there in New Guinea. Amen.
The shovel, you're digging, brother. You're digging.
That's my favorite moment of the show.
oh,
Welcome, Owen Carter. Good to have you on at the very end of the show, brother.
yes.
Roman Reigns is laughing out
Wow.
loud.
What a
You made Ashton. You made Roman Reigns laugh out loud.
Yep.
Congratulations, the Roman Reigns, by the way. Because
Yeah.
unless someone can prove otherwise, I'm going to assume that the Roman Reigns is tuning into the Positively Pat
Watch
Sim
him
show.
prove it himself that he's
you-
not. He's
you
like,
know-
no,
you know what I
not me,
noticed?
not me.
If you take a look at Isaac Delgado's picture,
Yeah,
who is it?
I don't know. I can't see
Oh,
that
it's
well.
yeah, it's Roman Reigns. It's Roman Reigns.
Wait, what?
Ah.
Yeah, you didn't
Yeah.
notice that? He was Roman Reigns off the bat.
Oh my gosh. How many Roman Reigns are in the chat?
2. Isaac Delgado and Roman Reigns.
Are you sure SO Sims 08 isn't Roman?
My mom.
Acknowledge your mother.
No. Oh, you know what? What if Clay Lewis is Roman Reigns?
No, that's Clay Aiken. That's why we made him mad.
Not Ray Lewis.
We ruined his day. Ray Lewis. Oh, my goodness. All right, guys. Thank
Ray
you so much.
Palpatine.
That is our preview and prediction show. Before we go, I'm going to let everybody get their opportunity to plug their stuff. Before we do that real quick, I'm going to remind all you guys, positivelypatsims.printful.me is where you can pick up all of your Positively Pat Sims merch, including this version of my hat, including Ashton's version of my hat, including stuff for At the Movies, Warriors Unleashed, and Game Night. So make sure you head on over there, get your Positively Pat Sims merch. Also, I got 3 slides here for Vengeance because my book Vengeance is available right now on Amazon with all new special pricing for paperback and hardcover, $14.99, $19.99, and Amazon Kindle is normally $4.99. However, through this weekend, you can download the Kindle version of Vengeance absolutely free. That's right. You have until Sunday to get your free Kindle copy of Vengeance. And you want to know why? Because we are officially announcing the release of the follow-up, the sequel. Vengeance, Blood of the Cross will be released July 3rd, 2026 in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. You can pre-order your Amazon Kindle version right now. So I'm looking forward to this. Vengeance is going to be going far.
Blood of the Cross.
We have got 5 total books that we are planning currently for Vengeance, all thanks to people like Benny Scala and Doc Haywood and their feedback to me on what they felt of the first book, and what they both asked me about sequels, and I didn't want to do any. And they both mentioned it, and I thought about it for a little bit, and I finally came up with an idea that I got excited about. And speaking of something I'm excited about, Catching Stars by Positively Pat Sims is available across all major audio streaming platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, and Pandora, and of course any other that are out there. So, and I'm still super excited about my double LP album that I created from that. But you can see Vengeance right there. That's the hardcover version. If you have read Vengeance, do me a favor, get on over to Amazon.com right now and leave us a review. The more people leave us reviews, the more Amazon is going to push our book out there to others who might be looking for something like it. All right, so do me that strong favor. Also, share Catching Stars with all your friends and all your family. I think it's an album worth listening to and worth sharing. All right, time to hear from our special guests. Let them do their closing statements, their closing arguments for the judge. So let's start with Mr. Ashton Harris. Take it away, sir.
All right, Sims Nation. Oh, man, this was a great show. It was a nice, fun time. But I want you guys to know that I have a YouTube channel myself. It is Remy Nice on YouTube. I am a gaming. It's right now it's a gaming channel, and I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels. Love Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. Love them. So trying to get back into it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, go ahead and check out the channel. Leave me some feedback.
Awesome. All right, next up, Mr. George Fenmore. The floor is yours, sir.
All right, hey everybody. Again, another wonderful show here today. If you want to get some of your DDPY on, hit me up. As you guys know, I'm really easy to fight. I'm really easy to find. And I can run you through all levels of whatever you need. So hit me up, guys, and end it for a bang.
Awesome. Yeah, remember that. If he owes you money, he's easy to find. So there you go. All right, moving on. And last but definitely not least, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Benny the Jet Scala. Take it away, my friend.
Well, if you listen to nothing else, please listen to this. Buy this book. This is a great book. I read it from cover to cover. I'm going to read it again, and I can't wait for the next one. So please buy Vengeance. You will not be sorry. All right, so tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Want Radio, Benny the Jet. And then on Monday at 6 p.m., True Crime with the Bad Girl, La Playa, and Dangerous Dave. And on Wednesday, When It Was Real, my wrestling podcast with Nikita Brezhnikov at 7:30. Both of those are on the Playa Entertainment Network. Please like and subscribe, as well as Want Radio.
And Benny, I think it's very important that everyone get over to WANT tomorrow to listen to you, because I believe you're going to be taking a little bit of time off from that particular show.
Yes, I am. I'm going to take a little bit of a summer vacation. I am going to play some stuff on request. If somebody wants to hear something, I do not ever want to let anybody down. But as far as doing a regular Sunday show, for now, yes, I will be on vacation.
All right, so make sure you tune in tomorrow before he does so. Always a treat. And so, guys, that's going to do it for us here on the Positively Pat Sims Show. We almost did it like right on the button, 9:02 in the AM here on the West Coast in Southern California. And we're going to get ready to get going. My son Owen and my wife are going to go see The Back Rooms, while my son Seth and I are on our way to IMAX to go check out The Mandalorian and Grogu. So it's going to be a great Saturday for the Sims household. And then tomorrow we're going to check out Clash in Italy. And yes, Sims Nation, immediately following Clash in Italy, I will be back on YouTube exclusively for our live Clash in Italy reaction show. So as soon as Clash in Italy comes to a close, get back over here to YouTube where we can talk about what happened and give our honest thoughts about the show and each match. All right, guys, that's going to do it for us here on the Positively Pat Sims Show. Remember what I always tell you, and make it happen this weekend. Take it easy, folks. And if it's easy, take it twice. So long, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you tomorrow immediately following Clash in Italy.
The lights are dim, but the room still hums with the echoes of laughter and the moments we spun. Every honest word is like a stone in a stream. It rippled, it lingered, it shaped our dream. And if you ever wonder where I'll be, look to the screen, I'll be there, you'll see. Goodbye to the faces that stayed in the glow. Goodbye to the voices I always know. This isn't an end, just a bend in the road. Goodbye for now, my friends, my show. The cameras rolled and the stories grew. Each review a mirror of me and you. Through coffee stains and late night calls, we built a world behind these walls. And if you ever wonder